Hi there, happy Wednesday. This is Lynn from Divine Central, and I'm here with the weekly mailbag. I'm a new channel, and so I don't get a lot of requests for readings here for Wednesdays, but if you want to contact me at the information below and send some questions, I would be happy to answer them here. It's my intention to read maybe 2 or 3 of those questions a week. For right now, I'm just doing one until I start getting more information. So let me start with what I've got today. Oh, my boyfriend keeps dumping me. I'm in a relationship with a man who I dearly love. He's been talking to me about marriage and kids. But every time he gets mad at me or we get into an argument, his first instinct is to dump me. This so throws me off that I am inconsolable every time, and I feel like I deserve better. But I love him and I want to stay with him. What does our future hold? Okay, any experienced women out there want to handle this question for me? All right, so I'm going to pull some cards. And of course, the most that we can do is, see what the cards can tell her. Let's switch cameras. Okay, so let's start with what is on her mind, okay, or what the goal is, the question surrounds. I have the star, by the way, on this one. Then I'm going to throw some cards let's take a look at the situation from his point of view, or his situation. Let's look at it with her as the focus, and then let's end with the answer to her question was, what does the future hold? Okay. This is the Sun and Moon Tarot. It's by Vanessa DeCourt. It's a soft, nice, dreamy deck. I like to use it for people in relationship issues. I think it's a kinder, softer deck than I would normally give advice on. So, all right. So we start with the star, okay. And I think that what it represents is this is her question, and she will remain nameless, but this is her question about wanting to see the light at the end of the tunnel. This is about the hope and the inspiration and healing and all the kind, caring things that she would like to see in this relationship. And I also, like I said, I see it as kind of like it illuminates whatever is at the end of that tunnel. So it is the light at the end of the tunnel, regardless if that's, if it's illuminating something good or something bad. But from his perspective, or if we look at him or his situation in general, okay, what we have, I'm going to move that up. You can still see that, right? Okay. We have the Lovers, we have the Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit. I will tell you that I'll almost guarantee that his situation, the way he's dealing with this, which is this dramatic change from I love you to I'm leaving you, I love you, I'm leaving you, I love you, I'm leaving. It's all about environment. I'll almost guarantee you that this is how he was raised. This is what he saw growing up. This is what he saw. This is the commitment between him and his mother, and between him, his mother, and his father, his family. See the little kids looking on, watching this whole thing take place. So basically, it's almost as if he's retesting and challenging the love, because maybe he doesn't feel like he deserves it. And so he's just going to create this whole scene so that you will be dramatically showing him how much you love him and how loyal you are to him. It just sets you up to fail. Sevens are about a retest, and he's constantly testing and retesting you. And honestly, it's time to prepare yourself for the failure to finally, sink in. A Hermit, I think that every time that he gets too close, or every time that he has, some kind of an issue where he feels like a failure himself, then he retreats. He pulls back. He considers it a no-win situation, and so he will retreat. And he's looking for you to show him he's not a failure, and that's that begging and pleading for him not to go. So for you, really, truly, I see it as more of a bad habit. It's learned. It's not you. It's not him per se, but it's how he learned relationships. Okay. So here you are. Okay. Here you are in a situation. We have the Two of Wands. Twos, are very much low energy at the bottom of the totem pole, sitting at that crossroads, trying to figure out, what your plan's going to be. In this particular card, you can see this individual, let's call it the girl, since that's who we're talking about right now, standing back on the edge, looking into the fire. Is she going to walk through fire? Because she has been, she sees it. It's there in front of her. It's very obvious. But for some reason, here is the Princess of Cups, or the Two of Cups. For some reason, she's seeing it from the eyes of a rosy, inexperienced girl child, okay, woman child. She knows it's there. She thinks she can change him. She wants that Hollywood romance, that white picket fence, all that love can conjure up, and she wants to prove herself to him and be the princess of love. And it's not working, because every time he comes up with all this crap, he comes to her with these terrible, nasty words, that really hurt her. Instead of reacting appropriately, she is acting out her biggest fears. She's jumping in both feet first. This is kind of like this is akin to the Knight of Swords, that she's not thinking clearly before she jumps in. She's just jumping in, and she's following his lead and doing exactly what he wants, which is reacting, not acting. So I guess we answer the question, what does the future hold? And we have the Hanged Man. So listen, this is about being in a situation that you can't accept, and not being able to move forward, not being able to move backward, and just feeling like you're stuck. So when this card comes up, I like to think that you're living in this world of unrealistic expectations, and you need to right size your expectations. It's not, you're not going to fix this. You're just going to sit there. And if you don't start looking at this from a different perspective, you're going to be in trouble. It's still going to end the same way. It's just, and that's going to either be, you're going to get some sense knocked into you, and you're going to move forward and have the kind of life that you want, or you're going to do what his parents did. You're going to end up marrying this guy. You're going to have kids with him. Then you're going to feel stuck, like you cannot go anywhere, and you're just going to relive this stuff over and over again. So it's really important that you get a better perspective on this. I just don't know if you're mature enough right now, being a young girl, to be able to do that. So, all right. So we have we're sitting here with this Hanged Man. So what's our action plan going forward? What's going to happen going forward? Okay. So we have harmony restored, right? This is the Six of Wands. Yay, harmony restored. And then more petty fights and arguing and drama, right? And conflict. So it's going to be harmony and conflict, over and over and over. So basically, what this is saying is you are going to get, because you're stuck, you're going to live the same life that you're living right now. So I'm not going to be the one to tell you that you need to move on, but you know what? Be smart. It's not a situation that is going to change for you. So I have to say that this girl is 24 years old. I'm 64. I have always wrestled with the conundrum that here we are as cartomancers, whether it's tarot or Lenormand or Kipper or Gypsy, oracle, whatever it is, angel cards, that we have to take ourselves out of the equation, and we have to just let the cards speak. But how do the cards just speak by themselves? They have no experience. I have 40 years on this girl, and I have literally been where she was. You know, she's either living a life that we know is going to be painful and hurtful for a long time, or she's going to be smart and walk away and live the life that she wants to live, and that's going to be her choice. And I know she's watching today, so it is your choice. But I'll tell you, if I interject my experience into this, then some in my community would call that ego. And I don't see it as ego. I see it as experience. And I've been there and I've done that. And I'm telling you, save yourself and walk away. That's my advice for today. Listen, please send me some questions, and I'd be happy to answer any comments I would love to have. And you have a great Wednesday, and we'll see you next week.